back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel's all about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today I'm doing my June wrap-up for the romance books that I read. It'd been a while. I'd taken a hiatus. I'd taken a hiatus from romance, but I got back into it during Storm from Storm Reads. She did a retro romance readathon, and although I didn't exactly enjoy what I read, it kind of brought me back to romance. So I'm so thankful for that because I absolutely love them. I don't have a whole lot that I read as opposed to like other months, but that's just my reading in general for this month was probably the lowest of in a long time. Because most people know, but my husband was in town and June was the first time he got to come home. So we spent the whole month together. It was so much fun. And although I didn't read like I normally do. So in the next coming months, you'll see a lot more books. But there you go. Let me know what your favorite romances are, what you recommend based upon what I like to read. If you need recommendations, anything else, in the comments below is where you want to put it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop and hit the subscription and the notification bell. Notification bell is going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week so you don't miss anything. And the subscription keeps my channel growing, and thank you for that because I'm having so much fun. I want to remind everybody, I know it's still a little, not a little, it's quite a ways off still, but this gives you ample time to be prepared for Autumn Amour, which is the romance readathon being put on by the Bookish Bryants, which I am helping co-host. Thank you, I'm so excited. My announcement video explains all of the details. There are a ton of fabulous co-hosts. Watch all of their announcements for great suggestions, recommendations, but right now we're looking at my reads. Let's get into it. My romance June wrap up in 3, 2, 1, go! So just a few announcements, real quick, sweet, short, to the point. If you're looking for reading sprints, on Mondays we do reading sprints and we flip-flop between my friend Storm from Storm Reads, who I mentioned earlier, and my friend Lee from Dark Roots Creations. They switch every other Monday. They are at 7 Eastern. We laugh, we chat, we read. On Wednesdays at 7 p.m., I was doing 6:30. I'm just gonna move it to 7 so everybody has the same time because that would just be easier. So 7 Central on Wednesdays. We're going to switch off between Sarah from the Bookish Knitter and my channel, the Beach Bum Bookworm, where you're at right now. We'll have reading sprints. So this week, as far as Mondays, I think it will be Storm's channel. No, I think it'll be Lee's channel tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, it will be my channel, and then it will flip-flop. So if you're ever looking for sprints, you can always join those. On Saturday, we have a sprint, but it's more geared towards cozy mysteries. If you're a fan of cozy mysteries, join us. And you don't have to read cozy mystery to join us by any means, but a lot of the discussion is cozy mystery. That is at noon. We do different events that are revolved around cozy mysteries. So there you go. All right. Now, let's talk about these books. So first up, I read Kincade. This is the first book in the Cerberus Motorcycle Club series by Marie James. Our two main characters, Emmeline and Kincade. He is the president of the motorcycle club, and she is a waitress at this bar. And her husband is very physically abusive. And he is at the bar kind of watching her, you know, those sort of things. And Kincade is at the bar with some of his friends. He is going to the restroom with this other young lady to do some nefarious acts. And he interrupts what is going to be a physical attack on Emmeline from her husband. And he obviously stops it. He takes her out of there and she ends up going to the motorcycle compound with him. That is where their relationship starts. I gave this 3 stars. I liked it more than I like motorcycle clubs usually. I'm not a big fan of motorcycle club series that I've read or that I've tried. There's been a few that I enjoyed, but most of the time, or a lot of times, some of their themes just don't make me feel like the giddiness that I'm looking for in a romance. If you enjoy them, if they're your favorite thing on earth, Good on you. There's some great ones out there, and there are a lot out there for you. It's just not my personal preference. I probably actually will continue this one because I did give it 3 stars and I thought it was a great solid read. Maybe that means I actually didn't know that it was a motorcycle club when I checked it out from the library. I just grabbed it thinking it was maybe a romantic suspense based upon the cover. So maybe it just means that I need to be a little more open-minded or not read the synopsis of books. Could be either or both. Next up, I read Chase Me. This is the first book in the Broken Beautiful series by Tessa Bailey. I loved it. I usually love Tessa Bailey, so I wasn't real shocked, but it was so much fun. So our main characters are Roxy and Lewis. She is an aspiring actress who is right now doing telegrams, singing and, dressing up telegrams, which is fantastic. Her love interest in this is Lewis. He is a lawyer. What ends up happening is he had went out the night before celebrating a little too much, so he's hungover, and she is sent to his apartment or house, whichever, to perform this telegram that was purchased by his one night stand from the night before as an ode to their time together. So she goes to deliver this singing telegram. He is still passed out. He's still drunk, that sort of thing. And she's like, oh, this guy is such a loser. Meanwhile, he was really just, like I said, a lawyer who was celebrating. I don't remember if it was a big case or a contract renewal or something, but it was something to do with his work. They end up having this immediate instant attraction, and he ends up ordering. He's like, okay, I gotta find this girl. So he ends up ordering another telegram from the company and asking for her specifically. And that's kind of how it was such a great meeting. It was fabulous. I thought it was just unique. It was funny. It was cute. It was great. I thought the banter was really great in this. There's a lot of good side characters that create a lot of great banter. He has a couple friends. She has a couple roommates. All of them have this really good chemistry between the whole group. It was just so much fun. I will say the one thing, and this isn't really necessarily anything against the book. It's just a observation more. Lewis has these twin sisters that are atrocious. They shouldn't have been part of the story. I wish they weren't there. I didn't like anything about them. Okay, I'm done now. I just needed to get that out. My next book is The Hookup. This is the first book in the Game On series by Kristen Callihan. I loved it, y'all. I gave it 4 to 4.5 stars. Our main characters are Drew and Anna. This is a college romance. He is the starting quarterback. He's the Heisman Trophy winner, big man on campus. He's slated for the NFL, and everybody kind of loves him except Anna. She's just there to take classes, and that's it. She doesn't want kind of any of that. She's not into, I need to bow down at his feet like he's used to. She just doesn't want any part of it. They do have a class together, and although she feels that way, she's still attracted to him. This leads to we'll just have a physical relationship, but I don't want anything really to do with you. And of course, feelings happen. It turns into a great love story. I really, really enjoyed it. I do want to say I'm not a big college romance fan, just because of my age. I've been out of college a few years now. Sorry, I sat there for a minute. Anyways, this one didn't bother me. I think it was because it didn't feel, although there was obviously college theme, the characters didn't feel immature. That's what I don't like about the college romances, and certainly the high school romances. It just kind of makes me feel icky to be reading that age. But this didn't bother me that way. This gave me very much like off-campus Elle Kennedy vibes, if you liked that series. Next up, I read The 2-Date Rule. This is the first book in the Smokejumpers series by Tawna Fenske. Really enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5 to 4 stars. The main characters are Willa and Grady. Willa is a website designer. She's a workaholic. Her counterpart, Grady, is a smoke jumper, hence the Smoke Jumper series. Really, really enjoyed it. She, by the name of the title, she has a 2-date rule. And I thought it was really cute how Grady kept like getting her to go out with him, but he would say, oh, well, it's not really a date. So he would say, do you want to go bowling? And she's like, is that what you want to use as your second date? He'd say, well, who really considers bowling a second date? Who really can? And he would do that every time. It was really cute. Loved it. They, of course, grow into a relationship as they're not dating for the 2-date rule. I thought he was a great character. There were personality traits of Willa's that drove me mad in this book, which is why I probably knocked it down a little bit. Just personal preference. She really frustrated me at points. Next up, I read Dump and Chase. This is the first book in the Nashville Assassins Next Generation by Toni Aleo. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was really interesting. Our main characters are Shelley and Aiden. And what I thought was interesting was I knew the next generation was going to be the kids getting together, but I didn't think that necessarily they would get together with each other, which probably isn't in every book, but I thought it was funny that she started out that way. So Shelley is the daughter of Shay Adler, who, of course, was an NHL player in the first series. And Aiden is Lucas Brooks's son, who's an NHL player in the first series. So I thought it was funny that they bring them together. I thought it was really fun. There were parts of it that frustrated me, and I felt like they were, immature, but they are young. They are young. They're in their, I think she's 21. So, that's going to happen with those ages, right? But overall, really enjoyed it. I will definitely continue this series. I can't wait. I love hockey romances, so I'm really excited to see what she does moving forward. That was my last romance read for the month. Let me know what's your favorite romance read of the month. Mine was Chase Me from the Broken Beautiful series by Tessa Bailey. Give me a big thumbs up for this video, and until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everybody!